Alright guys, welcome to the Sprite 79, and today I'll be showing you guys my deck on the Yu-Gi-Oh app Duel Links. Now if you don't know what Duel Links is, it's a new, kinda new, Yu-Gi-Oh game for your phones. And it's a much more simplified version of the traditional Yu-Gi-Oh game. Instead of 5 monster zones, you have 3 monster zones and 3 spell and trap zones. Everything else is practically the same. You have your banish cards. You can have effect monsters and all that good stuff. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bam or some stupid game like that. Oh, and also you have your 20 or 30 card deck, and your starting hand is 4 cards. So in this game, the likelihood of drawing a card that you want is much more higher than traditional Yu-Gi-Oh! And so in the game, the meta is really like a beat stick deck, but it's starting to change to like waters and dinosaur types. But I haven't really pulled any good cards from those packs, so I'm left with this deck right here. So let's get started. So first off, our first monster is Ally of Justice Colossalus. He's a 2300 attack 1 tribute monster, which is why I like him. And then next we have High Tide Yojin. He's a 1650, almost 1700 attack monster, which is pretty good, but he's outclassed by Jerry Beans Man, which is 1750, and he's almost an 1800 beat stick. And recently, in the new pack, there's a 1800 vanilla beat stick. So now Jerry Beans Man is now outclassed. And then for effect monsters, first I have Guardian Growl. This guy has pretty much saved me so many times. Like, I felt like I was Yugimoto. You just halve the cards, I draw him instantly. He's just really good for me. Well, I like him. And usually with my deck, I can pretty much kind of empty my hand, like just set my spells and just have all my monsters on the board quickly. So he can really get on the board easily. Next up is Kaiser Seahorse. I don't really have any much use for his effect, but he's a 1700 beat stick, which is pretty good. I like it. And then we have Arsenal Summoner. He's a 1600 attack monster, which is pretty good. It's decent. He can get my Guardian Growl. He can search for Guardian Growl, so that's pretty good. Plus his defense is 1600, so that's also pretty good. So yeah, he's a decent card. Next up is Naturia Strawberry. And Naturia Strawberry is really good for kind of stalling until I get another card on board, so I can go for like, I don't know, a Guardian Growl or something. But his effect is when my opponent would summon a monster, this card would gain the attack of the level of that monster times 100. So normally, this would almost be like a 2000 attack monster, since most cards that people use are level 4 and up. So he's like a 2000 beat stick, but his effect actually lasts until the end phase, so he becomes 1600 once when it's my turn again. So he's good for defensive plays. Next up is Leotar. Leotar is starting to get outclassed since the new pack has an 1800 vanilla beat stick. So I'm considering taking him out. Maybe, I don't know. He was really good. He has pretty good defense, but most monsters that people use nowadays are almost non-effect. Like before, it was, well, no. Most monsters that people use now are effect monsters. But back then, I guess when the game started, most of the monsters were normal monsters. But now he's a 2000 attack beat stick that people actually forget about his effect, so they would like blindly like attack him and then die, and they're wondering like, oh, what the hell? Like, they don't even read his effect. So he's actually won me some games by just people acting kind of stupid. And next up is a new card that I've added to my deck is Mythical Beast Cerberus. Now I've seen a lot of OTK decks involving him since, well, his effect is pretty good in this format. So each time a spell card is activated, he gains 500 attack, and then once when either he attacks or he is attacked, he would remove all the spell counters at the end of the battle phase. So he can get pretty high, like really high, especially some of these spell cards that I have in here. I run two of him too, because I really like him. He wins me games. Next up is Riroku. This is a really good card. Pretty much take half the attack of one monster your opponent controls and add to one monster that you have. So him, this spell card, plus my Cerberus, will goes up to 1900, and then plus the extra attack from the other monster, which is going to be pretty good. Next up is Stray Lambs. I can either use this for tributes for my Lossless or Dragon Growl, or I can just use it to play defensively. Normally I just play defensively since I would need to set my Colossus and Growl, but they have pretty low defense, so I only do that if I really need to. Next up is a Twister. This is also a staple that a lot of people use. Since there's not many spell and trap card removal, like there's no MST, there's no Harpy's Feather Duster, it's basically this and a D-spell, and I think maybe there's some new cards, I don't know. But yeah, this is also pretty good. Next up I have a Shard of Greed. Shard of Greed is something that people may use or people may not use, but I like to use it because it gives me that extra 2 draws. And then I run 2 Gravity Axe Growls. I can just use it for any one of my monsters, because they can get pretty high attack, especially with Cerberus, with the effect of Cerberus and the Eclipse spell. It can go to a 2400 attack. Next up I have Sword of Deep-Seated, which is a pretty good card if I don't really want to deck out, since when it's destroyed it goes to the top of my deck, so I can, in essence, never really deck out, kinda. Well, which is, it's helpful. But sometimes if I need another card for my hand, like I don't really like to draw this card again instead of getting another monster, which is why sometimes I like to use a what's his name? The guy that does the switcheroo. Bandicoot, yeah. Yeah, usually this card is good for like a Bandicoot if you're not satisfied with having this on top of your deck, you can just switch it out, you know. Pretty good. I run 2 traps, Jar of Greed, extra draw, because why not? Draw power. And Mirror Wall. Mirror Wall is pretty good. Mirror Wall has won me some duels, because it halves the attack of the opponent's monster and they're still attacking and they die. Usually I don't like to pay the 2,000 life point cost, since we start at 4,000 life points, and halving my life points is not something I would really want to do. And I run no extra deck monsters, no fusions, because there aren't really not much good fusions. And this is it. This is my deck profile for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I'm looking at making our deck profiles like a relinquished deck, another maybe like a Blue Eyes deck, because I do have some cards that support Blue Eyes. So let me know in the comments below what kind of decks you guys like to run in Duel Links, if it's like Water or Beat Stick or maybe Dark or something like that, just any along the lines of that. And I'll catch you guys later.